There's something about male attraction that scientific studies have proven repeatedly, but women will never openly admit. Not because they're lying, because admitting it contradicts everything modern culture tells them they should value. It goes against the narrative they've been fed their entire lives. I'm talking about peer-reviewed research, brain imaging studies, hormonal analysis, and behavioral observations across thousands of women. The data is undeniable. The patterns are consistent, and they completely contradict what women say attracts them. Here's why this matters. If you're listening to what women claim attracts them, you're getting terrible information that keeps you failing. But if you understand what science has actually proven about female attraction, regardless of what they'll admit, you can finally create genuine desire instead of polite interest. Today, I'm revealing what the research actually shows, why women won't admit it, and how to use this knowledge immediately. Let's go. The scientific truth: women are most attracted during peak fertility to masculine traits they claim don't matter. Here's what the research shows consistently. During peak fertility in their cycle, women are measurably more attracted to hypermasculine traits like strong jawlines, deep voices, dominant behavior, and physical strength. The same traits they claim don't matter when asked directly. Studies using brain imaging show women's neural reward centers light up more for masculine facial features during ovulation than any other time in their cycle. Their bodies are responding to genetic fitness markers, whether they consciously acknowledge it or not. Research on mate preferences shows fertile women rate masculine men as more attractive for short-term relationships and as better genetic partners, while rating less masculine men as better long-term partners and providers. Translation: masculine for less masculine, for security. Voice studies prove women prefer deeper, more resonant male voices during fertile windows, the same voices that signal high testosterone. Behavioral studies show fertile women are more attracted to dominant, confident, even slightly aggressive male behavior. All of this is measurable. The studies women never talk about: repeatable, peer-reviewed science. Women's bodies and brains respond to masculine traits with measurable arousal and attraction during peak fertility. This is biology, not opinion. Why women will never admit this? Here's why women won't openly acknowledge this truth, even though it's scientifically proven. First, it contradicts feminist narratives about attraction being based on personality, emotional connection, and partnership qualities, rather than physical and behavioral traits linked to dominance and genetic fitness. Admitting that masculinity, physical dominance, and genetic markers drive attraction makes them sound shallow. It suggests they're controlled by biology rather than making conscious, rational choices. This is uncomfortable for modern women who want to believe they're above such primitive responses. Second, it reveals the dual mating strategy that women don't want acknowledged. The research shows women are attracted to different traits for different purposes. Masculine men for genetics and short-term mating, less masculine men for resources and long-term partnership. This is the alpha male then beta B dynamic that women hate being pointed out because it reveals they're optimizing for different things from different men. Admitting this would require acknowledging strategic rather than purely emotional mate selection. Third, openly admitting attraction to dominance, aggression, and masculinity goes against the socially acceptable narrative. Women are supposed to want equality, sensitivity, emotional availability. Admitting arousal to dominance sounds anti-feminist. So, when asked what they're attracted to, women give socially acceptable answers: humor, kindness, emotional intelligence. These things matter, but they're not what creates visceral attraction. That's driven by the masculine traits. They won't admit what the research actually shows. Let me break down specific studies so you understand how clear this data is. Research from the University of New Mexico studied 5,000 women's preferences across menstrual cycles. During peak fertility, women showed dramatically increased preference for masculine facial features, particularly strong jaws and prominent brow ridges. Outside fertile windows, preference shifted toward more feminine facial features in men. Voice studies from University College London demonstrated women rate deeper voices as significantly more attractive during ovulation. The same voices they found attractive during fertility, they rated as too aggressive or intimidating outside that window. Behavioral research from UCLA observed women's responses to dominant versus cooperative male behavior. Fertile women rated dominant behavior as more attractive and were more likely to approach dominant men. Non-fertile women rated cooperative behavior higher and approached those men more. Studies on scent preferences show fertile women prefer the body odor of symmetrical men with markers of high testosterone. This is subconscious detection of genetic fitness through pheromones. Stated preferences versus revealed preferences. Research on risk-taking shows fertile women are more attracted to men displaying risk-taking and competitive behavior. Outside fertility windows, these same behaviors are rated as reckless or immature. The pattern across all research is identical. Fertile women are attracted to masculine traits, signaling genetic fitness, regardless of what they consciously claim attracts them. Their bodies are responding to evolutionary signals, whether their minds acknowledge it or not. Understanding this science gives you massive advantage if you apply it correctly. First, develop genuine masculine traits, not performance. Real development. Build physical strength. Develop vocal depth and resonance through practice. Cultivate genuine confidence through achievement. These traits trigger the biological responses research has proven exist. Second, understand that being nice without masculinity gets you categorized as long-term provider, not why exciting. You'll get commitment interest without genuine desire. Women will date you for security while being more attracted to masculine men. You need both masculine traits that trigger attraction combined with partnership qualities that make you viable long-term. Dominance with care, strength with stability, confidence with cooperation. Third, recognize that women's verbal preferences don't match their behavioral responses. Stop asking women what attracts them and start observing what actually creates arousal and pursuit behavior. The science shows their stated preferences and actual responses often don't align. Fourth, timing matters. Women's attraction fluctuates with hormonal cycles, whether they acknowledge it or not. Understanding this explains why attraction can seem inconsistent. Her biology is literally changing what she's attracted to across the month. Fifth, never openly discuss this dynamic with women. They'll deny it even though the research is clear. This knowledge is for your understanding and application, not for debate. Arguing about it is pointless and makes you look like you're making excuses. This research has implications most people don't want to face. It means attraction isn't purely conscious choice. Women are influenced by biological drives they don't control and often don't acknowledge. This challenges the narrative of complete autonomy in mate selection. It means the traits that create visceral L attraction aren't the same traits that make good long-term partners. This creates the tension between exciting men and good men that women experience but rarely articulate. It means developing masculine traits matters more for creating genuine desire than developing the emotional and partnership qualities women claim to prioritize. Both matter, but for different purposes. It means the dating advice telling men to be more sensitive, more emotional, more accommodating is creating better providers but less attractive men. That advice optimizes for one strategy while killing the other. Let me bring this together. Scientific research consistently proves women are most attracted during fertility to masculine traits like dominant behavior, physical strength, deep voices, and facial masculinity. The same traits they claim don't matter when asked directly. Women won't admit this because it contradicts feminist narratives, reveals dual mating strategy, and sounds politically incorrect. But brain imaging, hormonal studies, and behavioral research all confirm the same pattern. The research shows two attraction tracks: genetic fitness for short-term mating and resource provision for long-term partnership. Many women unconsciously pursue both, creating the tension between stated preferences and actual behavior. Use this by developing genuine masculine traits. Understanding that nice without masculinity gets provider category, not desire. Observing behavior instead of listening to stated preferences, recognizing hormonal timing affects attraction, and never debating this dynamic openly. The science is clear, even though admitting it is uncomfortable. Women are biologically attracted to masculinity regardless of what modern culture says they should value. Develop those traits while also building partnership qualities, and you become the rare man who triggers both attraction tracks. If this scientific truth opened your eyes to why stated preferences don't match actual behavior, subscribe. I'm revealing research-backed reality instead of socially acceptable lies. Hit subscribe so you understand what actually creates attraction instead of what people claim creates.